Greetings, fellow humans. Bad Mark here with another transmission from Metre Keyboards, and today we're taking a look at a really popular 65%, the second revision, the Lucky65 V2 from Weikav. This one, I missed my chance, my turn of getting the Lucky65, the first edition, and when they sold out, they quickly moved to the V2. I guess they address some issues. I don't know because I never got a hold of that one. This one, they said that I'd have to wait a while, but there was a lot of interest, so I went ahead and I saw it for a really good price for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or was it 11/11? No, it was 11/11, I think. Yeah, it was 11/11 on AliExpress, and I picked it up for, well, with the coupons and everything that I had, it came out to like $38. So I couldn't pass it up. I went ahead and purchased it. I do know that I've seen it as high as 60, but it was low on regular prices like 48, 49. But this is a Lucky65 V2. It is a 3-mode keyboard, aluminum 65%, and I want to say it's 3-mode, and I want to say it's VIA, but I'm not sure about that. So let's go ahead and dive on in, see what we got, and then we're going to go ahead and build it up because this is a kit. We're going to add some switches and some keycaps. Let's see what it sounds like stock. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Before diving in, I always like to take a look at what's in the box. Here we have basically it looks like a user card, how to do the different connection modes, shortcuts that are already built into it, how to switch. It's a software switch or key combination to switch between Mac and Windows mode, the function tab. And it also talks about a warranty certificate for this product, which is really nice. I've dealt with Weikav before. There's some nice folks over there. In the accessories box, we find that we have a standard wire switch and keycap puller, and we have a pretty hefty rubberized USB to USB-C cable. Being as this is a bare bone, we don't really get much. And here is the bare bone Lucky65 V2. As we can see, it looks like the plate and the PCB is not attached with any screws. We have some switches there in place just to keep everything from shifting around. It also looks like we have the on and off switch underneath the tab key. I've seen it under the caps lock key, and I've seen it under the shift key. I gotta say that's the first time that I've seen it underneath the tab key. So obviously it's wanting to connect. We do see that we have RGB. The plate seems to allow for a step caps lock, but I'd be curious to know if it actually does. But the only way to know would be to open it up. So we have a flex cut FR4 plate. We do have plate mounted stabilizers. Let's see. They do look like the palm stabilizers, which is good. I don't believe I see support for screw-in stabilizers. Yeah, unless that black IXPE foam is covering up, I don't see any support for screw-in stabilizers. We do have a reset button right there between the two right-hand modifiers, and these plate-mounted stabilizers are well attached. They have very nice tolerances, and they do come pre-lubricated both at the elbow and inside the stem. And go ahead and pop those back in. Taking a look at the back, we have the USB-C port sitting in the middle, and we have kind of like a stepped wedge kind of design for the body. It's actually quite nice profile. I like. It also has this finish. I forget what this finish is called. I've seen it on one other aluminum keyboard, and I actually quite like it. It almost looks like a metallic skin. It looks very natural. The patterns on it's very cool. One thing I do know about this is this. Push down on it, and there you go. You've got your 2.4 gigahertz dongle. It actually seems to kind of pop up at you. It would be nice if Weikav would have branded the USB-C, but we can go ahead and do that. No problem with the sticker. I do enjoy that, and I like the 4-leaf clover. I mean, it signifies it's lucky, right? So peeking on the inside there, it does kind of seem And I believe I read somebody talking about how it has the option for split spacebar. So when I come back to this keyboard, definitely going to open it up, see what kind of alternate layouts we can get, and see if we can get a hold of an aftermarket plate. Or maybe we'll have to take the dimensions of this one and try to print ourselves our own plate. I'm working on getting my 3D printer back online so that I can actually start making my own plates just for fun. Because it's fun, right? Designing and printing keyboard plates. Well, we have a very sleek looking, I love the finish. It's very smooth. It has no texture to it. It does have like a little, like a upward groove on the side right there. But it does appear that that's the top case and this is the bottom case. And we're going to have to see how we open it up when we get to that point. But for now, I figured let's load it up with some switches. And I was struggling with some reds. I mean, I wasn't just going to load up some just standard Gatoron reds. I wanted something a little bit with more oomph, but I also wanted something that was red. So I decided on these Litchi milk tactile switches. I think they're a nice combination. I think they'll sound just nice in this board. Nope. All right, the supports on the corner of the board seem to be much less than they are in the middle. So that corner switch is going to be a bit of a pain. I'm going to try to load up some other switches first before going all in on the corner switches, because that's how I usually like to go first. And in the board, they did give us a couple of MMD linear switches. I can't say I've seen this one before, but it's a one latch 5-pin linear MMD with a milky top. All right, let's go ahead and load these up with switches and we'll figure out what we're going to do for keycaps. This is how much attention I didn't pay about this board. I'm sitting here inserting the switches and all of a sudden I'm like, hey, wait a minute. This case has a ball edge system. Well, go figure. So that actually makes this even a better purchase than I'd already considered. It does have a JST cable down below, so it's not pogo pin, but it's still, that's a nice change of pace to have on a affordable sub $50 kit, aluminum kit at that. Actually have a ball latch catch system, because I was like looking, I was like, unless there's some screws well hidden under that, under those feet, I don't see how this comes apart. But there you go. Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish loading up the switches, but that's something that I didn't know, and it'll save us a lot of time when we come back to this keyboard, because I definitely want to see what makes it tick on the inside and see what we can do about alternate layouts. Back to the switches. Just wanted to take a quick look-see to see what they look like with the lights on and the switches in. Pretty bright, even though all we have is SMD window. And I'm going to guess that's a charging light, because and it's control and it doesn't do anything. So, but we'll take a closer look at that in a minute. So for keycaps, I recently got this set, and it's a Cherry PBT die subset called PBT 407. Not 404, not found. But it's basically a black on white, and it has some, I don't know what the sub legends are, but they're red, so I thought that they'd stand out quite nicely with this. So I'm going to go ahead and load up these keycaps, and then we'll do a final look at it before we do our sound test. Be right back. And here we are with the Lucky65 version 2 loaded up with the Litchi milk and the PBT 407 die sub keycap set from CannonKeys. I gotta say, this is, as a base, this is a really nice keyboard. Now, I know I got it on sale and got it for a really good price, but even what it's listed at right now, having that quick release, having what I do believe are alternate layouts. Actually, why didn't I just check that? On the back of the PCB. I don't know why I didn't look. All right. Does not look like we have step caps lock, so I was wrong about that. It does look like the PCB was made for different sets because there are pads on there, but no, that's for the split shift. Oh wow. But there's no way to put them on there because they're bridged, or at least being used right there. But there is no step caps lock. There does seem to be a slot for, oh no, I guess that's the switch going in sideways. Is that a split? No, that would be here. No split backspace. It really just seems that you can have a different bottom row, like a Tsangan bottom row. I don't really see too much more than that, though. Trying to figure out, that looks like, but I'm pretty sure that's how my switch is in there, sideways. So thankfully they give us enough length on the JST cable, so we're not fighting with it. A few keyboards that I have that it's like, all right, you gave me about 1 inch to work with. Thanks, appreciate that, bud. I need about 3. But all the features that this keyboard has right out of the box. This is a very nice barebone kit. I don't hear any case ping whatsoever, but I really haven't heard anything with the ball latch system kits. I gotta say, this is a pretty nice keyboard kit. A 65%. They have numerous colors. I got one in red because I just wanted to be different. I was gonna go with the purple, but it was a little too lavender for me. I don't know. Not that I dislike it, it's just that I'm like thinking of keycaps. That's with the red, I've got plenty that can kind of go with it. This one kind of just came in time for this, but this was a very sharp looking kit, and especially with the combination that I've got on here, I like these keycaps. I'm going to play around with them, but I am going to put this in rotation. I'm going to go ahead and use it because it's a nice 65% keyboard. I do know that I know it has a switch underneath a keycap, and that's not ideal for a lot of people, but I mean, you're either going to be using a wireless all the time or it's going to be wired. So, but I mean, it's nice that they have a very nice pocket. I don't think that's going to fall out. It's pretty well attached on there. I would imagine those are neodymium magnets, but that's not going anywhere even with a, that's going to stay. So just naturally, this keyboard seems to have a very poppy, almost deep sound profile. I think it would work for what those creamy builds that folks are looking for. I really think that this is just a lovely keyboard, especially, like I said, for the price. I know I got it cheaper, but even for what it's available, it is a decent buy. And I mean, I know there's a lot of aluminum keyboards out there to choose from. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and leave you wonderful people with a sound test of this Lucky65, loaded up with the Litchi milk and the PBT 407 from CannonKeys. I do hope that you enjoyed this quick build and review. I know it was very short, but I will be coming back to this keyboard. I wanted to get it built because that box was just sitting there staring at me. I have a couple more that still need to be built, and they're just sitting there staring at me very angrily. When are you going to build us? So I had a little slot open in my schedule, so I went ahead and put this together. But if you guys got any questions, any comments, I am going to look for alternate plates, but if you guys come across any alternate plates, say PC, aluminum, whatever, so that we can take advantage of like the split space bar and so on, please do let me know down in the comment section below. Otherwise, I want to wish all you wonderful folks out there in YouTube land an amazing rest of your day. And until the next transmission, keep calm and keyboard on.